Here in Little Rock, these are scenes from earlier today where the city began mobilizing hours ago. Public works crews have been treating the roads and the city opened up warming shelters.
They also have extra first responders on standby, expecting any number of emergencies that come when it gets this cold. To prevent crashes, they're simply asking people to stay off the roads.
If you do not have to be on the road, stay at home. Please do not add any extra friction to the roads while we're out clearing the roads, and because it can cause more harm than you realize. And so unless you absolutely have to be on the road, please do not be on the road.
You're going to sense a theme as we say that a lot this evening. One of those warming shelters that we mentioned is going to be open all night. It's Dunbar Community Center. And for more information on the others that are opening across our area, head to our list at THV11.com.
Right now, Clinton National Airport's runways are pre-treated and being monitored, but no flights are taking off. In just the last hour, officials tell us all departing flights before noon tomorrow are now canceled. Other flights through Sunday are also in jeopardy. Officials say snow removal equipment is staged and ready, with 70 employees working to keep the airfield and terminal functional through the storm. This winter storm is prompting a rare move by the state. For the first time in years, the Arkansas National Guard deployed troops across the entire state, not just specific regions.
And THV 11's Tanya Motorzitsky explains why they are now getting sent to help drivers. Tanya?
Brooke and Roland, I'm here in Conway, and I want you to take a look at nothing. Nothing is going on out here yet. No action, just a few stragglers on the road. Again, hurry up and get home. Stay home, because it's coming. It's already in Little Rock, like Tom mentioned, so it's coming this way. But I did talk to folks with the National Guard here in Arkansas, and he said while snow is fun to play in, ice is not to be messed with. Instead of responding after roads shut down, Arkansas National Guard troops are positioning ahead of time, focusing on prevention, stranded drivers, and safety.
To look for stranded motorists, and if we find one, we pull over, we see if anybody's in the vehicle, and we offer assistance where we can, and that assistance may be helping them with a phone call, or contact somebody that can come and get them, or contact a tow truck, or just taking them to a warming center.
Colonel Joe Lynch says more than 150 troops are deployed across the state, assisting Arkansas State Police with roadside assistance and accidents. He says what makes this winter storm different is troops are across the entire state versus a region impacted by a storm.
It's always been, seemed like maybe the southwest part of the state or another part of the state wasn't going to get hit as much and they didn't need our assistance. But in this case, I mean, like top to bottom, east to west, the storm is going to affect everybody in one way or another.
Colonel Lynch says while parts of the state expect to get more snow, he says snow is predictable, but ice like what central and southern Arkansas is expected to see is what worries him. So what the state's National Guard is doing differently this time is having some troops trained to remove debris from roads.
And on how to safely use chainsaws, how to maintain them, how to properly employ the actual big chainsaws. Also working around power lines, the do's and don'ts. We all know that's hazardous.
Colonel Lynch tells me stay off the roads like we've been hearing all night, but he says it's because also emergency responders are going to be busy. So if you get on the road, something God forbid happens, you may be waiting a while. So now Brooke and Roland, this is also a reminder to have your flashlights with batteries and have everything set for emergencies, and also be mindful when it comes to those emergency heater situations like the extra heated blankets.
All right, Tanya, thanks so much. Another concern is power tonight, whether it's going to go out. That's why Entergy has crews standing by. They say trucks are ready to jump into action if power lines start to come down, especially since it's going to be so cold this weekend.
So far, no widespread reports of any outages, but 3,500 employees are ready to respond to the storm.
We've been inspecting our equipment. We've been out proactively trimming trees this week. We expect, accumulations of ice. That ice can accumulate on the power lines and on the trees, which can contribute to the outages that we expect to see with this winter storm. So we're getting out ahead of that to prevent as much as we can in advance.
Now we're going to talk in a few minutes about why we're not alone in facing this winter storm. So power crews everywhere are going to be busy with their own areas. That's why utility companies are asking for patience if things start to go south.
Speaking of going south, that's where we find THV 11's Carter Thweet. He had Sheriff Lafayette Woods at a live interview just a few minutes ago. Let's tune in to Carter again. Carter, how's it going down there?
Yeah, we just got a big gust of wind right as you guys were talking. This umbrella's about to go away, and the weather not just taking a toll on the people. Apparently it took a toll on our equipment earlier. But I'm here with Sheriff Lafayette Woods, and Sheriff, this wind has really picked up. Obviously we're feeling the rain. What kind of weather conditions are y'all prepared for this weekend?
We're prepared, and we're going to face freezing rain, obviously a little sleet, and snow if that's possible. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but certainly freezing rain and sleet is the very least what we're expecting to prepare for.
Yeah, and I know you want, your guys to be prepared and your team with Jefferson County. You also want residents to be prepared. What's your message to them this weekend?
Mainly, primarily to avoid unnecessary travel. Obviously, during this weather storm, we anticipate, it not getting any better. And so unnecessary, avoidable travel is possible. If it's an emergency, obviously, we ask that they travel in the main thoroughfare that have been treated. And check on our seniors, make sure our seniors are taken care of. Your faucets dripping, and also leave your cabinets open to ventilation, and also to make sure you don't have any pipes bursting, anything like that. Obviously, plumbers are going to have a hard time getting out in weather like this to repair anything like that. So those are some of the precautionary measures we're putting out.
All right, good tips there, Sheriff. Thank you so much for joining us. And as we were driving here, we already saw some of that freezing rain taking a little bit of a toll. Nothing crazy, but on some of the bridges as we were on our way, they were starting to get a little icy. So staying home, definitely a good tip there. Thanks so much. We're going to be in Jefferson County throughout the weekend, keeping an eye on the conditions here. For now, though, in Pine Bluff, I'm Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
All right, Carter, good stuff there. Meanwhile, you heard the lawman, stay off the roads. If you have to go out, we're going to give you an idea of what it might look like. Catherine Rowley is going to join us live from our new and improved Weather Force 11.
Yeah, from the looks of that camera angle, you've got some sleet and snow falling around central Arkansas. And it's been a potpourri of precipitation. Some snow, some sleet, freezing rain, and even freezing drizzle. That's what radar looks like right now. Back with what you can expect for the rest of the night after this.